Okay, welcome everyone. I'm Alfred Lemmermont Weber, and we're with Donna Ingillo, who's director and founder of the Institute for Christ Consciousness, who's now coming to us. She'll be introducing her talk on our Divine Mother's joyful song of life infusion into the collective value of humanity and life, the great reconnection to spirit. So thank you all. Over to you, Donna.
Thank you, Alfred. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this meditation experience. What you will be participating in is an opportunity to collaborate with divine spirit personalities who are here to assist us in the great awakening and the great spiritual connection of our planet to the universe family of love. At the Institute of Christ Consciousness, we are dedicated to personal and planetary transformation. This meditation experience is part of an ongoing series that we conduct at the ICC twice a month on Sundays at 12 p.m. This call is called the Planetary Transformation Collaboration Call, where we, as human citizens of this world, participate with our planetary seraphim and other spiritual helpers to build spiritual energy into planetary consciousness. This is an ongoing process that is designed to help us remove the images of the past, or I should say the energies of the past, that have kept us in spiritual isolation and stagnation. All around the globe, a great awakening is happening in humanity. It's an inner awakening of the soul and the spirit of humanity to help us tap into that deep, rich potential that we have as children of God to co-create a planetary culture that is based on divine principles and ideals of truth, goodness, and beauty. This particular transmission is from our Universe Mother Spirit. She is the womb of consciousness. We live in her, we originate in her, and she endows within us the ability to think, feel, and act. She is a most loving and gracious being. And you can only benefit by opening up to her and asking her beautiful love to fill you up through and through, to help you soften the inner resistance in your mind to let go of the past and step into your potential that has been seeded in you by our Creator. This particular transmission and experience is designed to help humanity remember its true value to life, its true value to itself. Humans have been designed for a divine purpose, and this purpose is to awaken to the power of spirit within and to evolve our souls through daily living experience. Our souls grow on love. They are fed with truth and goodness and beauty. And it is up to each individual to take responsibility whether or not to embark upon this wonderful spiritual journey. We have been held back from achieving our spiritual potential and destiny as a planet, but this is all changing now. And in today's transmission and experience, the focus on the value of life is here to help us remember the sacredness, the sanctity of life, and to help us remember and recognize why we are here, our true purpose. And this is an experience that will take you deeper into yourself. And as you follow the prompts, to help you focus into the collective, so more of our brothers and sisters who are still in spiritual slumber can awaken to the greatness and goodness within them. So please enjoy this experience and let me know if you wish to be included On our mailing list for this call, which is held on the second and fourth Sundays of the month at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, you can email me at donna@institutechristconsciousness.org. Again, donna@institutechristconsciousness.org, and put in the subject title or the subject line, Subscribe Planetary Transformation Call. As well, please explore the resources at the Institute of Christ Consciousness website. We are here to support your spiritual awakening and transformation on your path to Christ consciousness. So thank you for this opportunity to share this very beautiful transmission experience with you as you meditate and follow the bleedings, and may you receive a big blessing from it. Thank you. And back to you, Alfred.
Thank you very much, Donna. And now we're going to go and share a movie of your talk.
We come together as one Mother and Father, Magisterial Son, Paradise Trinity, and we invite the presence of our planetary seraphim to assist us in this infusion today. We also thank you for our mighty indwelling spirits, moving us into greater affinity with them as we become integrated with Spirit, with our hearts and with our souls, to offer our intentions for more planetary transformation. As we deepen in our beings, we ask our Father fragments to guide our thoughts and to lead us into new depths of who we are, that we may be here, operating in our higher soul self. Recognizing our true purpose and potential, and using that for planetary good in whatever ways we are being guided. We thank you for your will being done through our intention today to focus. We are ready to begin through your grace, mercy, and love. Thank you. Greetings, my precious children. This is your Mother Nevedonia who speaks. Each one of you has a sacred purpose for your lives. It is seeded into you by our Creator at the center of all things, that you may express the potential that you have within you over the course of your long evolutionary sojourn to higher states of God consciousness. The first phase of your life begins on a material world. And even though you live in the material level of existence, all of you exist in my womb of consciousness. As a human, you begin in your mother's womb, gently nestled into that sacred place of life where you are nurtured and loved It is the same for you being held in my womb of consciousness. I hold you in my safety and security and love. And I cherish each one of you. You are known. You are valued. And you are appreciated. Though your human parents may at times have failed you by knowing who you truly are and appreciating the value of who you are, your Father and I know you and value you. And our last time together, we focused on this to help you recognize and remember your value as a human. And it is important that you recognize this, for how can you grow if you do not know who you are and your value? And so I invite you to begin here at this place and allow me as your mother to weave new, higher threads of spirit light into your beings that you may continue to deepen in your value. Take some deep breaths. Invite my presence to envelop you and weave you into more of who you truly are, that you may consciously recognize the true worth that has been placed in you by the Creator of all. Drink deeply of your value, my children. It is your birthright. When you are born, you begin to experience the world and the system of consciousness that envelops how this world functions. You move from that safe container of your mother's womb to that dynamic place of life. As you grow, develop, and mature, you are faced with many decisions and life experiences. And sometimes the challenges of life cause too much pain and consternation. Many of these experiences do not help you grow into your true value because you deem them as painful. And you walk around with many wounded, distorted perspectives of life. And we understand why this is so. And you are beginning to apprehend that this is so, and why this is so on your world, because your world has evolved in a manner that has been very misaligned from the divine laws of creation. But your value is still there. Perhaps it is buried in your recognition, but it is still there. And it exists in a higher place or dimension other than your planetary consciousness. Your value exists in my womb of life. In today's infusion, we are here to help you step into that value of life that exists at this higher universe level. For your human value to truly blossom, it is important for you to recognize the value of life, because this is where you exist on this evolutionary continuum. Your value has a place here. Who you are is important to the evolving reality of reflecting the divine ways on this world. So I invite you to engage with me now and simply invite my presence to deepen in you and to help you attune to the value of life. Invite my presence to deepen in you. I am the embodiment of the joyful song of life. And each one of you has a harmonious thread of that song to weave into the fabric of consciousness, that your value may become an intrinsic fabric of this joyful song of life. You might say that each person is a composition of melody, and that all of your individual melodious threads add to this beautiful orchestral piece of music that resonates in the heavens and builds the heavenly ways upon the material world. Do you understand the value of your life? The value of all life? It is time for you to deepen in this experience, my children. I invite you to engage with me now and allow this infusion of the value of life through my joyful song of life to stir in you, giving you deeper insight and meaning into who you are and your role in this great adventure unfolding right before your eyes on this world. The value of life. Receive me now, my precious children, and grow in this. It may be helpful to visualize yourself as a seed in my mother's womb of life. Allow the words and the energies of the value of life to weave around you, that your indwelling spirits may use the spiritual dynamic to shed more insight and farsight upon your mind and help you recognize what this truly means for your lives. Continue to receive as I minister in you now, my beloved children. Each one of you so dear and precious to me. Oh. Oh. Humanity has been operating under many illusions about itself. Ideations of unworthiness, emotions of fear, guilt and shame have separated you from your true value to the evolutionary adventure of life. You are beginning to more deeply appreciate how your world has evolved through a distorted lens. There have been those who have perpetuated this lie that you are worthless, sinful, and must seek God's favor through many unusual means in order to gain salvation. Your salvation comes from your recognition of your value, of who you are. You are precious and important to the entire dynamic of life. And it is time now for humanity to recognize its rightful place in this cosmic adventure. The recognition within comes both through this conceptual understanding of who you are and the experiential awareness that you have a purpose, a place, and position in this cosmic reality to be responsible to yourself and to grow into who you are at the core of your being. It is an ever-expanding foray into the beauty and the goodness and the truth of what has been seeded in you by our Creator. You do not come to this recognition all at once. Although some people may have very profound spiritual experiences when they do become aware. However, most times you grow incrementally, experience by experience, as your indwelling spirit helps you perceive your actions from a higher dimensional viewpoint. You are all being encouraged to open to this richer dimension of yourself, and to stand in your true value and the value of life, which is loving and supportive and is here to help you accomplish what is in you to achieve. And so the value of life becomes the environmental dimension for this expression. Many people are fearful of what is underway on this planet currently. But this is not life. This is not joyful. It is a time when people are exceedingly sorrowful and fearful. And it is my desire that my children come into the value of life, this joyful, peaceful, glorious unfolding of the divine plans of evolution that this world was always designed to achieve. And you, each one of you, has a part to play in this. As I continue to minister in you, let these words settle in. And let the value of life weave into you and uphold you into a new way of perceiving what is underway at this present time and how you are birthing a beautiful new world through these very vigorous efforts you are making each day. Continue to receive me, my children, and grow in the value of life. Let your souls be fed and let your hearts expand. In a manner similar to what we encouraged you to focus upon in our last time together, let us move into the collective as you project the value of life into the circuits of the collective. The seraphim of this world and many other helpers are poised to take this energy you project and weave them into places where people are ready to perceive this and their own value. To be nurtured in the value of life is to awaken to your own value. For are you not a part of this very essence and fabric of life? And so these two dynamics of the value of humanity and the value of life combine synergistically and are enhanced through your projection, through your love, through your intention and desire that more people be fed with these spiritual dynamics. And it is vitally important now that your brothers and sisters begin to perceive the value of life and may rise above the fear that has been so deeply inculcated into human mind and recognize that this is a false representation of who they are and what life is here to disclose to you. And as you do this, I hold you in my joyful song of life, that more children may awaken to this resplendent call within, to awaken to the glory of being alive, and how humanity can thrive and blossom in its potential during this time of great transformation. Do your best to project this from your hearts into the world as best you can, and ask your Father fragments to guide your gaze and to hold your gaze strong and steady as I continue to minister into you and this beautiful world. Humanity's potential is percolating all over the world, my children. For some, it is a time of great wonderment as they begin to see life anew. This is viewing life through the lens of spirit. And it can be disorienting for a time as people shake off old beliefs, heal past experiences, and recognize that there is something seated deep within them that is yearning to be expressed. This is a time of the Great Awakening, as we have informed you thusly. And it is also a time of the Great Reconnection, of the circuits of life that were quarantined because of the rebellion of this planet against the divine plans of evolution, which have now been restored. The connection is underway, and it is bringing about this change in perception, change of heart, change of mind, and a recognition that you are indeed children of God and have a right to exist and become what has been seated in you. As these words settle into your minds, as you continue to project the value of life into the circuits of consciousness, feel that yearning to become ever more mindful of what has been seated in you to accomplish. There is greatness in each individual, yet it requires you to be courageous, to move beyond what you think you know, and to step into that great unknown, that your indwelling spirits may seed your mind with more truth and discernment, as you move along your path each day, doing your best to be loving, compassionate, kind, expressing many fruits of the Spirit with your brothers and sisters. This is your responsibility. It is a responsibility of every awakened individual. And it is time to be accountable to this and to hold yourself to a higher standard, that your indwelling spirit may help you achieve this beautiful greatness within you. Do you dare live up to this? It is up to you to decide. But your Father and I and your indwelling spirit know what you have within you. And it is time for you to recognize this in yourselves and to be the best expression of this, that you may be a loving, compassionate inspiration to your brothers and sisters who need to see role models of the Spirit right before their eyes. and you will receive much help when you do this. As you continue to grow in your value as a human and in life itself. Allow the value of life to flow through me into you, and then share this with the world through the illumination of your hearts and souls, lighting a path for others to perceive. Oh. The great reconnection is underway, my children. I invite you to simply focus on these words, the great reconnection. Hold this in your hearts as best you can. And allow the ministrations of Spirit to secure you in this dynamic, bringing you into more integrity with the wholeness of your being, spirit, mind, and body. This connection is a gift. It is given through grace and mercy because you are loved. And this world is loved. And it is precious to us. So allow this great reconnection. Hold the planet in its deeper meaning and value. Hold the planet in your heart. And let this great reconnection continue unencumbered, and yet held in great love and compassion, peace and forgiveness, mercy and repentance, redemption and reconciliation, as all of these spiritual dynamics weave together in this beautiful blanket of my joyful song of life. Hold this to the best of your ability as we move in this now. The great reconnection underway upon Urantia. My children, my blessings are upon you. Take some deep breaths and allow these energies to more deeply integrate into you, connecting us in this bond of love, so tightly knit. You feel safe and secure no matter what befalls this world in its changing times on its trajectory toward light and life. Take a few moments to elevate your gaze to Paradise and the Creator in whom all things exist. Thank the Father for your Spirit, that divine gift dwelling within you, guiding you along your path of expressing who you truly are. Be grateful, humble, sincere, as you spend these moments with us in worshipful communion for all that has been given, for all that you are becoming, for all that you are in the deepest recesses of how you have been designed as an evolutionary son and daughter of the most holy source and center of all life. And may the divine reflection shine mightily upon you and fill you with peace, the deepest peace. That heals and transforms and brings you into closer communion with your spirit. And may the divine reflection move mightily through you, bringing you back down to this earthly plane, bringing it down into the evolutionary trajectory that it may be ground into these circuits of life, and that the value of life reach deeper places within human mind through this grounding dynamic, feeding, cultivating new awareness within human mind of its value and the value of all life in which you all live. I leave you now in this manner, my children. I encourage you to listen to this transmission. You are being encouraged to help your brothers and sisters orient themselves to a higher reality. As they shake off their disbelief in what has occurred here, help them recognize that the spirit within them can provide them the stability they seek if they take time to go within and quiet their minds and seek comfort and solace, healing and reclamation. It is time, and you have been prepared. Go forth boldly in the tasks assigned to you by Spirit, recognizing more and more each day what you are here to accomplish. Do not become discouraged if you falter from time to time, but know that this is all training ground for something even more grand and glorious than you can ever imagine. Your Father and I are with you as this world opens itself to the universe family of love and the becoming process of a world filled with love and light and life, created by your loving ministrations and the power of Spirit within. Revel in this, my children. It is truly glorious. And know that you have contributed something of great value, not only to this world and to the universe, but into the entire cosmos of the life our Creator has designed. Thrive in His love and be in His peace. My blessings are upon you, my children. Good day.